This is the only review of Sandals Royal Curaçao that you're ever gonna need. Let's hop right into it.
It takes about 45 minutes, give or take, in a bus. You check in at the Sandals desk at the airport outside, and they put you onto the transportation bus, which takes you over to the resort. It takes about 45 minutes.
It is very dependent on traffic.
That is one of the things that we would probably do differently in the future, is book private transportation from the airport to the resort. When you get there, everyone else is also getting off of the bus and trying to check in at the same time. So it's just a big influx of people at one time.
Yeah, lots of people all at once. And Sandals transportation is included in the package if you're doing the all-inclusive. It's just for us, we would probably rather pay a little bit extra just to have private, because you can possibly save a lot of time doing that. Another tip for you guys, you're gonna be exploring a lot, make sure and rent a car, because there's a lot of beautiful scenery and places to explore in Curaçao.
Next, we're going to talk about the check-in process.
Check-in process, it was actually pretty simple for us. It didn't take a whole lot of time, but again, because we didn't have private transfer, it did take a little bit longer.
You are able to check in online prior to getting to the resort, so I do think that helps save quite a bit of time.
Now for a lot of people, the fun part, the rooms.
We did stay in the Sunchi beachside club level room. We did have a partial ocean view. With the club level status, we were able to have access to the club level check-in area, which was open to us 24 hours a day with key card entry.
We did actually really love our room view, so that in the sense was worth it. Other than room service though, we're not exactly sure, just being honest, if club level is completely worth it.
There was no like club bar to go to or anything like that.
There wasn't even an exclusive for club members restaurant or anything like that either.
Correct, which we are very used to at other resorts. As far as the room goes, it was a beautiful room. The bathroom was a little bit on the smaller side.
The toilet. But man, and I don't know, I guess I'm a little bit more broad, but it just felt so tiny and claustrophobic in there when you have to take the number 2, like little space.
It was a really small room. There are no overhead ceiling fans.
Although I will also touch on that and say that we have been to other resorts in the past that have felt super muggy and just like gross inside. The AC there works freaking amazing. We woke up every morning like freezing, so that was actually really nice.
Another cool little feature of the room though was that you are able to log into your streaming services on the TV. Also the adapters. We didn't have very many adapters in our room, so when we first got there we were kind of in a panic because we're not sure how we're going to charge all of our stuff. Luckily, thanks to our TikTok channel, people recommended going to the front desk and asking for them, and they did supply us with more adapters, so we did have that covered.
Yeah, so when you guys go, if you run into the issue like we did where we didn't bring them, make sure to go to the front desk. They got them for you. But overall, the room was great. The view was great, comfortable, everything we could ask for.
Obviously, we think that this is the most important piece of going to a resort, and that is the food.
Food.
We love our food. There are multiple different options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For breakfast, you do have 3 options, 2 being a la carte, 1 being a buffet. You do also have the coffee shop that has like pastries, mini pancakes, waffles, things like that.
Quick note on the coffee shop. Just from what we got, that coffee was not very good. I will say that. But it did make up for it because some of the pastries and stuff that they had, oh man, they're freaking amazing.
Yeah, the mini pancakes, the waffles on a stick.
A bunch of different stuff.
For lunch, you have 3 options as well. And then you can also get pizza. And then you have, for dinner, you have 7 different options, including the food trucks. So there are food trucks here.
And the food trucks are highly recommended. Every single one we hit, all 3 of them, we could have ate there all day, every day. They were amazing.
My favorite food truck was Heart and Soul because they had like build your own salads. So it was just super nice to have something kind of refreshing after a couple of days of eating greasy food, fatty food, sugary drinks, all that.
But don't worry, they also got the good stuff as well.
Yeah. There are 2 restaurants at this resort that require reservations, Butch's and Vincent. We did not go to either. Vincent does require long pants for men. It's the only restaurant that has like a dress code.
So we actually can't speak for those in the sense of how the food was. But for all of the others, we will say probably out of all the resorts we've been to, which is a lot of resorts, I would personally give it overall, every single restaurant and everything, probably like 8.5, 9 out of 10. They were all really good.
Yeah, I think at every restaurant we had something that we're like, ooh, this might make it our favorite restaurant.
Also, pro tip guys, make sure and take advantage of all-inclusive resorts. Order a couple entrees. I mean, don't be crazy with it, but order a couple entrees, order a couple sides, like experiment. That's what you're there for, to enjoy the options of the food, the culture, everything like that.
Yep, and to just try different things. Also, though, to keep in mind, if it is your first time traveling to an all-inclusive resort, some of the portions are a little bit smaller. So like at the food trucks, 2 of the food items that I had got were pretty small portions, and I didn't know that. So just keep that in mind when ordering things that sometimes they do come in smaller portions, so you may want to order extra.
Whichever place that you're at, just literally ask the waiter. All of them are so friendly. The staff there, amazing. They'll help you out.
Next, we're gonna talk about the pools and the ocean.
My favorite part was obviously the ocean, because the snorkeling, it was amazing. You could just kind of cruise around where the docks are and then check out all the little fish that was there. The life was amazing. There was minnows, there was so many different kinds of fish that you could just kind of explore around and see. The pools. So for the pools, we didn't actually spend a whole lot of time at the pools, but we will say the infinity pool, that is the main pool there. Oh my goodness. Best, probably, I would say probably the best view that you have on the resort.
Yeah,
it is absolutely amazing.
With the pools, you do have the double infinity pool. You have the more like water sports type of one where you do like the volleyball, basketball. It's a little more lively. And then you do have the quiet pool that's kind of hidden a little further back in the resort. And then with that, you also have a bunch of hot tubs.
And walking through the resort, guys, don't forget to check out the little hidden hammocks. They're really cool spots that they got there.
I do want to highlight something on the beach though. If you are a beach person, this might not be the best beach for you. It's not super long and not a lot of room to walk. It is a more confined off space for you to do like your swimming and snorkeling. And then a different area kind of by the pool is more rocky, so you are unable to swim in that area. So if the beach is a huge thing for you, you might just want to kind of research out a little bit more or take a look at the pictures and videos that we add to try and decide if this would be the resort for you.
In the sense of like views and how it actually is set up and how beautiful it is, it's actually amazing in the ocean, but the water is rough around there, so you can't do a whole lot of getting in the actual ocean other than the spots that are blocked off by like the docks and stuff like that. But the pools are amazing. You can't have really any complaints against those. The infinity pool, we definitely recommend checking that one out. That one's probably the best one out of them all. Next up, this one I was a little bit surprised about, to be honest. It's water sports and how many options that they actually have.
You have the water trikes, paddle boards, kayaks. There's like the parasails, and then you cannot forget the water hammocks in the swimming area of the beach. That was my favorite part, to just lay on those. You were still getting kind of immersed into the water, but could relax.
And we're also going to give you guys a few tips, because we didn't know it until the end of the trip, but you can also do a snorkeling guide through the Sandals Resort that is included in the package. So be sure to take advantage of that.
You can do scuba diving there as well. That does cost extra. Next, we're going to talk about his favorite.
The gym. It's gotta have a good gym, or at least the bare minimums. And I would say personally, you can't really complain. I was actually surprised because they had an assault runner in there and a Jacob's ladder, which ironically, I think the assault runner was down. But they do have some actual kind of like unique, cool equipment. So overall space, I would say it was kind of small, to be honest. Like you get maybe 5 to 10 people in there and it feels packed. But it does have the dumbbells. It's got a Smith machine. It has kettlebells. It has a foam roller, mats, balls that you can do for med ball slams, and then also cable machine, different types of machines for lat pull down, chest press, lots of different options that you can choose from.
And then as far as like cardio equipment goes, he kind of talked about a couple, but there was several ellipticals and treadmills as well. I do feel like when we went in the mornings, it was actually pretty busy. I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah. So overall, the only complaint that we had was it was just a little bit small.
Yeah.
But if you're the type that likes to work out on vacation, it'll do for you.
Next, we're going to talk about the spa. One of the things that the spa lacks is a hydrotherapy. A lot of different spas that we've been to at all inclusives have that option, and it's really nice after a long day on the beach or in the sun to kind of go and cool off in there and relax. They did not offer that, but they have plenty of different services and products in there that you guys can purchase.
So we got some sort of like after lotion type of spray that's really good for your skin with aloe and a bunch of different stuff in it. Use a little sunscreen maybe. I didn't, so that was a mistake. All ready to jump into the chicka entertainment. Overall, entertainment.
He was my entertainment on this trip.
The entertainment, we didn't actually experience a whole lot of them, so I'm not sure if they had actually a lot of other types of events that went on that we can't speak for, but the ones we did know that went on was it was a pretty cool live band that came and they set up by the ocean and then had a big old stage and stuff that they played on, and then there's a sidebar that's right by it that you can have your drinks, hang out with friends, stuff like that.
Called the Beach Club.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. As far as like other nightlife entertainment, we didn't experience a whole lot of it.
We did have some kind of like pool entertainment going on throughout the day. We noticed some bingo, salsa dancing, pianist in the lobby bar.
We kind of got tired and then crashed out probably like 9-10 o'clock each night.
We're kind of boring.
But in our defense also, this is another pro tip. We got up early every single morning around 6 a.m. just because of how nice the resort and how peaceful and calm it is in the mornings before everybody's out.
Yeah. I would say that this resort is a little bit more on the relaxed side at night, just kind of a low amount of entertainment going on. So if you like a party vibe, this probably isn't going to be the best place for you.
But if you like a nice like chill vibe with some amazing scenery there at the resort, and I'm saying like probably some of the best scenery we've ever experienced at a all-inclusive resort, you would definitely want to check it out because it is worth it.
One of my favorite parts about this resort, and it's the only resort we've had so far that has had this, are the bikes. We loved the bikes. We rode the bikes everywhere. If there was a bike at the bike stand, we were gonna get on it.
It's pretty fun. You can actually go up. They have a lot of road that's kind of through the property that you can go explore.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of different. We don't really ever bike or anything like that. And especially with scenery like that in Curaçao, it's like kind of a cool experience.
Yeah, it was just like really freeing.
Also, if you get too drunk, watch the bikes because they're a little wobbly. Also, because the resort is so big, we recommend the bikes because getting from, let's say, the food trucks to where our room was, it was literally like end of the resort to the other end of the resort. And it is a big resort, so having the bikes, that saved so much time and effort. It was nice.
One of my favorite things about Curaçao is the fact that there's so much to do off of the resort. It's actually a little bit of an overwhelming feeling trying to decide what you should go do because you also want to spend time on the resort. So for us, we did take a trip into Willemstad and Punda. We took a taxi, which was $130 round trip. So it's a little steep.
So again, kind of like we mentioned earlier in the video, we do recommend if you're going to be exploring around a lot, definitely just rent a car. And also just for context, if you're going to rent a car, if you're from the States, anywhere in the United States, you do drive on the same side of the road. So that makes it a little bit easier.
It definitely felt like something we could manage if we were driving ourselves around.
Yeah, it felt very respectful.
Yeah. In Willemstad, you have the Queen Emma floating bridge that you're able to walk to get to Willemstad and to Punda. There's a bunch of different murals, shops, local eateries that you can check out.
And there's also a pretty sweet little area that has a bunch of overhanging umbrellas. I recommend that spot. Gate that you can do that has the padlock on it.
The love hearts.
Yeah, do that.
And don't forget your padlock at the resort.
And if you do, we also got another tip for you. If you forget your padlock and you want to do it, we're pretty sure there's a spot there that you can buy it. I'm not exactly sure where, but there is a spot that you can get it.
Yeah.
Another little tip for visiting Willemstad is what we did, and we actually loved it. It was probably one of the best decisions that we made, was splitting our day there. We got there at 4:30 and then did all of the stuff that we wanted to see during the day. And then at nighttime, when they had the fireworks there, which by the way, on Thursday nights is when they have the fireworks if you're gonna book a trip, we went and ate at Elevation, which had rooftop bar, which was awesome. Literally the scenery there, it overlooked the whole city. It was really cool to see the fireworks from there. The food is really good too. Recommend that. It's new.
Slow service, but really good.
Yeah, but it was overall really good. Just expect a little bit of a wait.
And then we also did an excursion near like the Punta area. It was 30 minutes from our resort. We've done a lot of snorkeling in the past, but we really wanted to try something different. So we did do the sea treks where you walk on the ocean floor.
And that was cool because like when you see the videos of it, yeah, it kind of looks like basic. When you're actually experiencing it down under the water, you feel the pressurized helmet on you and stuff. You experience the magnified visuals that it has through the glass. You see all those fish literally up in your face. You can just put your hand out. They'll come and they'll nibble the food out of there. They'll maybe even get your finger every now and then, which happened a couple of times. But that one, if you're the type that likes to snorkel, stuff like that, you like to see the underwater life, we 100% recommend that.
Yeah, it is really, really cold underneath the water. I understand now why our guides were wearing bodysuits, is because it's freezing. I was shivering the whole entire time.
Shivering and purple lips. Also, for that trip, if you forget your water shoes, they do, I don't know if they have Crocs or if they have water shoes or whatever it is, but they got something there that you can wear. Do not forget water shoes in Curaçao. 100%. Do not forget them.
Yeah, the beaches have so much glass all over them, especially around that area.
Even if you're gonna be on a resort, even if you're going to the beaches to explore, there's one, obviously so much glass like she mentioned, but there's a lot of rocks and pointy, just hidden stuff. I even cracked my foot and got a wicked bruise. And I was even wearing water shoes, so
Yeah.
I can't imagine without them.
Yeah.
So do not forget those. We emphasize that for a reason. So overall, I think my rating would probably be 8 out of 10. I loved everything with it. There's really no big complaints. I would say I wish we could have experienced a little bit more of actually going out into the ocean, and maybe a couple other things that was maybe just like minor little itty bitty things. Overall, I really love the resort.
I think I would probably also give it an 8 out of 10. It's not my number one resort. I think a couple of cons for me would be our room not having like a soaking tub, or I felt like the balcony was a little bit on the smaller side, and we like to spend a lot of time on the balcony and just kind of relax out there.
So if there's anything that we forgot or any questions that you guys have, please be sure to leave them in the comments. We appreciate you guys watching this video. If you got any information from this, please help us out and subscribe and hit that thumbs up. Also, just a side note, go follow her TikTok right here. But much love, guys. Thanks for sticking with us through this video. We love you guys. Until next time,